Hi everyone. So, the Galaxy S5 appears to have leaked out early. The announcement is actually meant to be this evening, but someone has managed to get some pretty high resolution pictures really of what the Galaxy S5 is going to look like, as well as some of the software and features we may very well expect. Now, obviously none of this stuff is confirmed. These could be incredibly good fakes, but it seems unlikely at this point with the handset going to be announced in just a few hours. So what are my reactions? Well, largely it doesn't appear that the Galaxy S5 has changed that much from the Galaxy S4. Certainly on the front it appears very similar. Now, various rumours are suggesting that the fingerprint scanner is built into the home button, and simply swiping down with your chosen digit will allow you to unlock the device and also make payments via PayPal. Now, there also appears to be a waterproofing added to this device. Certainly the USB port on the bottom now has a giant plug. So whether this is just the active version of the Galaxy S5 that we're looking at, or whether this is actually going to be standard across the S5 range, not too sure. Be interesting to find out. Now, the back cover is probably the thing that makes me go ugh the most. It doesn't look particularly attractive. Certainly in the various colours that have leaked out so far, it does look from a distance to be rather fugly. But as with anything, it just depends what it actually looks like when you get it in your hand. Images, especially if they've used flash or they've got light hitting the device at a particular angle, can make these back covers look particularly grim. But it doesn't look like Samsung have made a major change here in the all polycarbonate body of the Galaxy S5. Certainly all the rumours that they were going to go premium don't appear to have materialised. This is very much the same look and feel of the Galaxy S4, potentially just with a slightly bigger screen. Difficult to tell, unfortunately, on these images. Now, one thing that I noticed was apparently a feature called Download Booster. Now, apparently this will allow you to use your Wi-Fi and your 4G connection simultaneously to download files even quicker, which is great unless you're on, as pretty much everyone in the UK is, a metered 4G plan. Very much this is something that's going to be great in South Korea, probably useless in the rest of the world where our telecoms companies love to charge us through the nose for data. Obviously that is going to be a feature that you probably are going to want to turn off. Essentially the way it appears to work is that if you are downloading a file over 30 meg and you're on Wi-Fi and you've got your 4G available, it can download twice as fast or faster by pulling the data from both of those streams simultaneously. This is a technique that we've seen used on desktops with multi-part downloads for a very long time. Worryingly scary to see it on a mobile device, to be honest, where, you know, data plans, they are very expensive, and so is going over your data limits. So not something I think that's going to become particularly popular in the UK unless you really, really want that download fast. But if you're connected to Wi-Fi, you're probably already getting it pretty fast, do you know? Not really an awful lot more here. We don't currently know what the resolution of the display is going to be. I personally think it's going to be a 1080p display. If it is a quad HD display, I will be very, very surprised, mostly because there just doesn't feel like there's a need for it. There's no content for starters. There is no real desire out there right now. Not at this stage of 2014 for 2K displays. I think towards the end of the year, certainly I think the Note 4 will pack a 2K display, but I can't see it on the Galaxy S5 personally. Otherwise, we would more than likely have heard a number of other manufacturers, like Sony for instance, who obviously is very big in displays, would have also gone to 2K at this point in the cycle. I just don't think it's likely. So, I mean, that is what we know of the Galaxy S5 so far. I will be back later today, or probably tomorrow morning, with more thoughts, depending on, well, if we actually get to see the device and if it turns out to be the Galaxy S5. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Do please remember to like and comment, and if you'd like to, please subscribe. You can also visit our website and download our Android app. If you do subscribe, you'll be getting a daily dose of the latest tech news, hardware reviews, Android games, consoles, and basically an honest opinion direct from the UK. Stay tuned, stay Androidizen.